What's up, everyone? I am the devastating Just Cause, and this is DJC Game Studios. Now today, I thought I'd share a little bit to people that may not have heard about this, may not know, was never a fan in the first place, or just sees all this controversy. Yep, I am talking about the INTELLIVISION AMICO. I want to give out my 4 points on why I'm interested in this, what I think about it, and what I see to come in the future. So let's start by introducing you to INTELLIVISION. I've been an INTELLIVISION fan. That's my number 1 point here. To let you know, I grew up with it. It was the first console my dad ever bought us. My cousins had Atari, played the heck out of the Atari, and one day I came home and my dad had an INTELLIVISION sitting on top of our wood grain TV. And he goes, "Don't touch that, that was expensive." I forgot what the price, it was like $200 or whatever. And I was like, what? What's this? And even I, as a kid, I knew the Atari, I kind of maybe heard of INTELLIVISION. I don't, it was just such a long time ago. And he was like, "We have an INTELLIVISION, this is going to be better than the Atari." He goes, and we already got poker and blackjack so we could play cards on it. Now, as a kid, my whole family grew up playing cards. My sisters, my cousin, everyone I know played some sort of cards. I was not a big card player, never really have been, maybe here and there. So anyways, once my dad set it up, he'd set this INTELLIVISION unit. Now these units, as you see, had controllers that would maybe go here when they were new, maybe when they're worn out go a little farther. But the way we had to do it is he would ran a power cord and the RF cables tucked them against the wall on the carpet and ran it up the back of the TV, and we sat it there between, so two people could each grab one and hold it. Anyways, I don't want to get all deep into the original, but this is what I grew up, and this is why I currently just love INTELLIVISION, always have. But I played poker and blackjack. I kind of learned a little bit about cards. You got to get to see the dealer get mad and all the little expressions, the sounds. And then we got Astro Smash, which is this back and forth shooting up the meteors that are falling and the little twirlers, and it would keep getting more and more intense and different colored levels as it went up. And then we had bowling, and me and my mom and my dad, we would always play bowling. I just remember my dad was the red player, my mom was the green bowler, and then I was like the blue, I believe. And we'd always like. I remember my dad got the band to play. They do this little plays this little tune. If you get like, I think if you bowl like a 250 or higher, something like that. Am I right? I might have got that wrong. Whatever. Anyways, moving on. Anyways, I just had a lot of fun. And baseball, oh my God, me and my dad used to play baseball. Astro Smash, but baseball as well. And I grew up, and I got some, like, this is my little framed baseball thing, and it shows kind of what the overlays look like in there. And then here's my bowling, which I know has got a lot of glare from my crappy spotlight. But, and I got Lock and Chase and Burger Time later on in life. Those were my favorites as well. Anyways, getting back to that's my point 1, I'm a fan. I have a lot of nostalgia for INTELLIVISION. So that's another reason that the Amico looks great to me, because they're reimagining Major League Baseball. They're reimagining bowling. They're reimagining Astro Smash. Astro Smash is one of the pack-ins. They got 6 pack-in games and 2 controllers with D-pad, shoulder buttons on the top and bottom. I believe top and bottom, right? Yep. And a color touchscreen now here instead of, they used to have like these overlays that would slide in there. So I'm a fan. So that's my number 1 point. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're hearing it for the first time from me. Maybe you've researched it. That was what INTELLIVISION was. It had a 16-bit processor, I believe. So it was the first 16-bit system. Graphically, it wasn't. Oh, hello. Graphically, it wasn't, insane like Sega Genesis 16-bit, but the processor itself definitely had, you have menus and screens. And I remember we got this game called Chip Shot Super Pro Golf, like later in the 89-90 catalog, just before they were done. And my dad ordered it and got it, and it had like all these different courses. You could design and build your own golf course. Insane, right? For something that machine unit was originally manufactured in 1979. Anyway, so that's my number 1 point. I'm a fan. Number 2 reason that I'm interested in this new console that Intellivision is putting out. By the way, they still have people that were there since the 1980s. So this company has been around and it's had its ups and downs. I mean, you remember after, like, was it 82, 83, the big game crash, and then the thing that brought that back was the Nintendo NES. So when the NES came out, and then you had the Segas, and then it went on from there, and just kept to what we have today. Well, Intellivision is a nostalgia factor. That company still existed. The people called the Blue Sky Rangers with Keith Robinson and all these original television people ended up buying it, turning it into INTV Corp. I believe, don't quote me on some of these dates. I could be off a year or two. I want to say 89, 90, and then it went on from there. So they still carried the name, same people, and they've been holding on to that until Keith Robinson's passing. And that's when Tommy Tallarico, which is known for Video Games Live, world records, worked on the most video games in history. If you look him up, it's just credentials are just through the roof. He has a similar story to me as far as being a fan, is that was his system growing up. He remembers his friends coming over, or his brother playing baseball, and his mom and dad playing bowling and skiing and baseball and Astro Smash. And that's the thing is, so when you have a fan that's that passionate coming in and going, you know what, we're going to continue this name. So the Intellivision name never died off. It might have been way low on the radar during all these newest, decades of consoles, but it's always been a strong, strong retro name. And now it's reinvented and coming out with a brand new console called INTELLIVISION AMICO. Like I said, it comes with 6 pack-in games. The unit has 2 wireless controllers that look similar to this, but now all digital. And that's why, so that brings me to number 2 point. I don't want to make this an hour-long video, but we'll try to make it short and sweet. But my number 2 point is getting the friends and the family back together again. I cannot wait to sit down and play a bowling game with my mom. Unfortunately, my dad and 2 of my sisters have passed away, which I wish they've. My one sister knew about this and was excited, and unfortunately, that'll come to be. But the thing is I'm going to get like my aunt, my cousins that grew up with their Atari and Intellivision, and my mother to get to play video games again on this console. And I still have one. I'm sorry. I still have one sister, my sister Jerry. So she was a huge Intellivision fan too. So I'm sure she'll play it. And my nieces that remember that growing up. Anyways, that's number 2. That's my number 2 point. Is getting people in the same room, kind of reinventing the family game night to something digital and fun. So it's like you're playing a video game console, but your guys are all kind of interacting like you're playing like you're playing a board game. And that's why my number 2 is family and together again with your friends in the same room. That's my number 2 reason for wanting an Intellivision Amico. My number 3 is more or less party. You're like, party? I think this is going to be a great party system. So in the new age, you got a lot of families, like that are into gaming, because back in the day, gaming started, So the parents are already kind of grown up. I mean, if you got an Atari and television or a Pong system back in the day. But I'm saying, like, right now, we have generations that have grown up on video games. So my number 3 point, and good reason to get this, is, all my friends have families, kids. Not all of them, but some of them do. And most of them do. And it's just one of these, I can see this being a party system. So the kids go to bed. You can play with, and the cool thing is you'll have a bunch of stuff to play with the kids, because they're going to have edutainment and kids games and just family-friendly games and retro reimagined. But I think this is a party system. And the reason that being, the kids go to bed, You guys go, hey, you guys want to play poker? Pull out your controllers with your color touchscreen, throwing your hands up on the screen. Oh, here, I'm going to bet. No, I'm going to call. I'm going to do this. Or you're going to play spades. Or any type of card games. Uno. Oh, my goodness. Uno? Count me in. I'm not a card game player, but when Uno's going, that's like one. I'm like, you got Uno? I'll play that. But the whole cool thing is that digital party game night, or family game night, or adult game night, So that's another reason. My number 3 reason is party system. They had an old game called Bomb Squad. They're redoing that to where you can play up to 8 players, and you have to defuse a bomb, which ends up being the console. And each controller, you have to do different things with the controller, whether spin the dial, do something with the voice activation, type in a code, and it's just this involvement party game. I can already see it just being hilarious. People cracking up, yelling at the thing, no, you gotta do that, I'm doing this. And you got the games where it's multiple people with their own screen playing or looking at one main screen. Like I said, your card games, your board games, and even like your action games like cornhole, which is really big. I gotta tell you, every bar and pub in my area has cornhole leagues indoors. While they're, heck, they even do it indoors when it's not snowing, because we get snow here in Michigan, obviously. But I'm saying is like these things, that's my number 3 point, is party system. It's built for everyone to have a great time at the same time. And lastly, number 4. You're going to look and see and I'm telling to people that don't know, never heard of this. You're going to see all this negativity and people hating on it because they just don't understand it, or they're like, there can't be another console. They're not going to try to take out Xbox. They're not going to try to take out any big system. They just want to be something different. You know what? And I root for Intellivision because I know they're a real company. Nothing was crowdfunded. Sure, you can invest. But all these pre-orders are 100% money back guarantee, The system is coming out in 10/10/2021. Because of COVID and the California shutdowns and the things happening overseas and with shipping, it's been delayed. I understand that. And you're going to see a ton of negativity saying it's fake and all this stuff. It is not. Intellivision never stopped being a company from the original people that had the passion to make this system. And this new system is going to be amazing. And I'll take down my YouTube channel if this thing doesn't come out and it's a scam. I really will. So quote me on that one. So that is my number 4. I love the community and the Intellivision company. They're very transparent. They put out their videos showing game development, talking to YouTubers, talking to everyone. They're as passionate about making it as we are to play it. So there you go, in a nutshell. This is me in a nutshell. I always think of that one. Anyways. Being all serious, those my 4 points, as scrambled as I talk with my brain. That is my 4 reasons of buying an Intellivision Amico. It's definitely not a scam. It is real. That people for some reason have to troll and hate on everything. Don't let that bring you down. So if this is the first time you're ever hearing about me talking about this, or you just clicked on this because you were like, oh, I want to hear what this guy's got to say. I'm not a giant YouTuber. I'm a musician. I still love gaming, and I started the channel officially a few months ago for gaming. And I love this community. There's some great people out there that'll help you with collecting, there's homebrew, they'll help you with pricing, homebrew, collecting. There's a great page called Intellivision Revolution that has all like homebrews, and it talks about collecting and rarity and pricing guides and the original 125 and all the other stuff. And anyways, just there's such a good community out there. But that's my 4 points. Hope you enjoyed it. I know this wasn't as silly as my other videos, but we will get back on the silly track. Speaking of silly, to everyone that viewed this video today, see this brand new Tab DJC Flavor Groovy t-shirt? No one's getting one because this is only mine. Not available anywhere. Check out the camo hat too. Okay, got a little silly at the end. Thank you for watching. Make sure you get your pre-orders in for an Intellivision Amico, because this October, I know my Halloween party is going to go off on the big screen with people going, the code! The code! Tell me the code! Please like, please subscribe. See you in the next one. Pulled it off, totally. Oh. Didn't realize. Never run with scissors. Never run with scissors. Cool fact, did you know that when they were coming up for the Greatest American Hero logo for his t-shirt, it was that Stephen Cannell on his desk had these weird pair of scissors, and that was the logo. He got it from a pair of scissors. See, you stick with me after the credits, you learn something or see something silly. See you in the next one. I already did that. Did the spin? Yeah. I'm out of here.